From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
Welcome back to Big Country Politics. We're here at the NOAA Project with Dan Cox. Dan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Kathleen. It's good to be here.
So October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, obviously an important mission for you guys here. Tell us a little bit about the significance of this month for you.
This month is designed to bring awareness to domestic violence and the issues that go with it. It's a very important issue because 136 women in 2017 lost their lives at the hand of an intimate partner. And so this is designed to be a month that we honor those folks and then also be able to raise awareness in our community that it happens right here in Abilene.
And for you guys here at the NOAA Project, what have y'all seen over the past year?
We've seen an uptick in the number of people that we see who have never been to NOAA Project before. Part of that's because of the police department's lethality assessment program, which we helped bring about this last year. We're seeing more people who are in danger of dying at the hands of their intimate partner, and we're able to provide services for them or safe shelter as they need.
And how important is it for things like the NOAA Project, all these programs that we have here in the Big Country, how important is it for you guys to be open and operate to help these victims?
Well, because we provide safe shelter, but we also provide outreach services for those who have a safe place to stay. We stay on the cutting edge of safety and on planning and on life skills classes so that we can empower the victim to become a survivor.
And obviously an exciting year for you guys because we're celebrating 40 years of the NOAA Project. Tell us a little bit about the history of the NOAA Project.
Well, NOAA Project started when a group of people surveyed in the city and saw how many people were victims of domestic violence. And this was part of a movement in the late 70s, and most domestic violence shelters are around their 40th anniversary right now. Because of that, we started over where Day Nursery is now, over on Cypress and 6th, I believe it is. And then we moved over, we got too big for that, and we moved over to 18th and Grape. And then several years ago, we moved out here to our newest location. And we thought that that would be enough to take care of us for a really long time.
And obviously, y'all have a new wing underway. Tell us a little bit about that project.
We were very fortunate to have some donors who allowed us to be able to expand 8 more bedrooms, which means 32 more beds for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, trafficking, so that we can not be one of those shelters that turns people away, because in a number of communities they do not have enough beds, and so they turn people back usually to the hands of their abuser because they have no place for them to stay.
So for someone who may be watching this and may be a victim right now of domestic violence, and they're watching and saying, wow, I need something like the NOAA Project, what can they expect if they end up coming here to seek shelter?
What we'd like them to see when they come is that we are caring and compassionate people, and we're professionally trained. We have very good folks on our crisis lines 24 hours a day who know exactly what to ask and how to keep people safe. If they come in here, they're going to find us accommodating. We're going to make sure they've got enough to eat. We're going to make sure that they have clothing. If they've left directly from the site where the abuse was going on and didn't have time to pack, we'll make sure that they have something to wear. We're going to take care of them. We're going to have 3 square meals a day. And we're going to give them opportunities to grow to where they're not entrapped by the domestic violence.
And I know you guys accept donations here. I see on y'all's Facebook and social media all the time about all the donations people bring, and y'all post wish lists and things like that. How important is it for you guys to get those kind of donations?
Those donations are incredible, whether it's cash or whether it's donated items like diapers or toiletries, things that people use every day. Those items go directly to these victims and survivors that are in our care, to be sure that they have the independence that doesn't drive them back to the abuser.
Absolutely. And you guys have a lot planned for October. Tell us a little bit about what people can do to celebrate 40 years with you guys.
On October 24th, that's Wear Purple Day nationally to raise awareness for domestic violence, but also our 40th anniversary. We're going to have an event at the Abilene Convention Center. We have Taylor Armstrong coming, who was on the Bravo channel, one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. During the filming of that show, it was revealed that she was a victim of domestic violence. And with her struggles and the subsequent death of her husband, she became a kind of a flag waver for the domestic violence movement. We are excited that she's coming, and she's going to provide us with a really great program. It's going to be a great night that night, and tickets are available on our website, noahproject.org, for that particular event.
All right, so a lot of great things, and you of course got your purple ribbon on to show that it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so a great month to promote this
Absolutely,
issue.
absolutely. And some people are painting one fingernail purple during this month so that people can ask, what's the one purple fingernail for? And they can say, well, this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I support the awareness of that issue. And so there are different things that you can do: wearing purple, wearing the purple ribbon, painting a fingernail purple to show that you're aware that domestic violence is important, an issue that we have to deal with each day.
And one final question for you: how important is this message and this month for you personally?
You can't work in this office and not see the mom with a child and maybe a toddler trailing behind a baby in a stroller walking down the street, and not be touched by the fact that they may be in danger. And those kinds of things, we say at Noah Project, if that doesn't hurt your heart just a little bit, then we're probably in the wrong line of work. So for me, every day, it's looking and seeing the people that we know we're making a difference with. And every day we get to say, I saved somebody's life.
And 40 years with Noah Project, what do you see in the future?
So we start in the next 40 years, you're going to see a lot more awareness. You're going to see a lot more people say, this happened to me. And you're going to see the laws change to be more accommodating for those who are victims. And I think it's going to be a great time to be able to say, I'm a survivor.
All right. Dan, thank you so much for joining us today. You're watching Big Country Politics. We'll be right back.